Hey everybody, welcome back to Freedom Wanderer. I am Chuck McDonald and I am so happy you are here with me today. So, I got a big adventure for you guys, such a big adventure that I'm actually going to have to break it up into two separate videos. We're going to do one today and then next week we'll have you another one on a different angle. Okay, so here's what happened. I took some time and I went out to Huntington Beach State Park and I did kind of a tour of the state park just on my own. So I know in a lot of things we do here on my channel, you guys know me. If you've been on the channel before, you know we go out to Huntington Beach State Park a good bit and we kind of treasure hunt. We play in the sand. I like to take my family out there. So for you guys who are not from this area in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, I figured I would do a video to kind of show you around and explain some of the things that are at Huntington Beach State Park. So, I did that. Now, it's not a huge in-depth tour where I take you into or down every trail or across into the bathrooms, and I drive my truck around and I show you all the things that you can get into and kind of lay out how Huntington Beach State Park is organized and the way it kind of operates, right? Okay, so in that, I went out on the beach to do some treasure hunting. Well, I had an absolute blast and I found some pretty cool things. So, what I'm going to do is in this video, we're going treasure hunting. We're going to walk up and down the beach. I'm going to show you some of the wildlife. We had a cool osprey or seahawk come over and do some fishing around us. And I found the things that one thing everybody is looking for. I found it. And I found a perfect one. Now it is small, but I'm not going to let the cat out the bag just yet. Enjoy the video, treasure hunting on Huntington Beach State Park, and I'll see you right at the end. Okay guys, welcome to Huntington Beach State Park here in South Carolina, close to Myrtle Beach. You can see way off in the distance, it's roughly about a mile. That is Myrtle's Inlet, the inlet to the ocean from the marsh, from the inlet itself. It gets us out into the ocean. So I'm gonna walk this span, maybe get down to the inlet, and let's see what we can find. We'll do a little treasure hunting along the way. We'll look for shells. You can see it's dead low tide, so a lot of shells are exposed. A lot of sea life may come up. We'll see what we can find. Low tide is best. Just massive amounts of shells are exposed. I know we've had the storms pass by, no direct hits to us, but it really stirred the ocean up, so we may be able to find some cool stuff. I'll let you know what I find. Alright, so this is a cool little find for me. I found this shell which looks perfect, but touching it is a piece of a sand dollar that is just laid right on top of it. Pretty cool. If you are a shell hunter or shark's tooth hunter, low tide is the best time to come. You can see how far off the ocean is. It's about 50 yards away and all these shells are just exposed. And I've already ran into some ladies who have found some shark's teeth, so pretty cool. This guy decided to walk with me while I was treasure hunting in the sand. Of course I dropped it, but let me pick this back up real quick. Okay. Something you don't find a lot of are these conch shells. And it is broken. Some people will call it a snail shell. A lot of hermit crabs live in that, but that one is absolutely beautiful. A lot of detail in it. And I found a piece of jagged metal. Now, I know to a lot of the hunters out there, that's not a big deal, but I'm kind of a scuba diver, so my mind wanders, you know, exactly where that may have come from. It's pretty cool. Okay, this is cool. One thing in shell hunting is hard to find are big, nice, perfect shells, and I see this one. Man, that is beautiful. Just, it's a little tidal pool that's kind of washed up, and I found it just laying there. That's awesome. Okay, so today I want to introduce you to somebody who we are partnering with, called Brothers and Sisters Jewelry. It is an online jewelry company, and I'm going to leave you a link in the description below. You click on that link, you go onto their site. They have tons of jewelry type options for you to check into. So please just take a few minutes, check it out, see what they have to offer, and of course, buy you something that you like. To their website and check out the jewelry. They got things for ladies, they got things for gents, they got trending and more, they got brand name, and then of course they have a support, but you click on these, you go check out what it is you want to get into and enjoy the fun. Now, when I'm shell hunting, these are the kind of things that I'm looking for personally, because we live here, we have a lot of shells. It's dark and it's got a lot of gray line patterns in it, and it's just so different. So to me, that's a find right there. I will be honest, it is hard to find complete full ones, but this is a sand dollar. About half the length of my finger, I guess. Nice little piece. They are out here. You have to look mostly in the surf. You can find them before they get stepped on, but that's pretty cool. This everybody thinks is seaweed or a type of coral. You can hear it, it's rubbery and plastic. It's actually a type of shark egg, whether it's stingray or shark or something along those lines. There is another one. Look at the pattern. Dark at the top. That's just awesome. Those are the type shells I'm looking for. Just something kind of out of the ordinary. Had to get a picture of this guy. That is an osprey. One of my favorite creatures. Alright, so I'm about halfway down. There's the inlet. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. Murrells Inlet, Pawleys Island, this area down here is a huge boating community. So you will see boats offshore. They will be trolling for bait fish in the surf. And that's how they get in and out, is that jetty right there that leads into Murrells Inlet where all the docks are. It's pretty cool. So the surf is absolutely producing today. This is a sand dollar. Look at how much bigger this one is compared to the other. Now, it's hard to find whole ones because, you know, people walk on them so much and don't realize what they're doing, but that is a killer find, even though it's only a half of one. So my buddy the osprey is out hunting today. He's hit the water a few times and he's caught him a little fish, and I know that's going to be impossible to see on camera. But I love those things. I love watching them fish. It's pretty awesome. A lot of people call them seahawks. Pretty much the same thing. Beautiful birds. Love watching them hunt and fish. So he's headed back to his nest now. Awesome. So the reason I can get so close to this bird is a fisherman has left some bait behind, and he's getting some breakfast. That's cool. So a lot of times you'll see things like this washed up on the beach. That is the bill to a hat. And the fabric has come off of it because it's been in the ocean so long. And it'll wash up, and I try to take those things and throw them in the trash. You also see things like this. That is a perfect piece of coral that just broke off and it's now washed up. We've got some wildlife that has showed up. Alright, so that's what we've been looking for. Nice little tiny shark's tooth. Laying up there just perfect. Nice. Another tiny, tiny shark's tooth. Alright guys, we're going to have to do this quick because I'm getting eat up by mosquitoes. So here's an overview of my finds. There are my shark's teeth. There are my shells and a sand dollar and a piece of metal I found. And I did find some trash. Of course, we picked that up and we threw that away. So, not a bad day. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a blast on my treasure hunt. I actually ran into some people and they're like, you live here, you get to do this all the time. Well, I don't get to do it all the time, but when I get to do it, I really enjoy it. And I told them, you know what, it's like therapy. I just walk, I kick my feet in the surf and in the sand, and I look for treasures. I hope you enjoyed our shark's tooth. It is perfect. It's the first one I found that had some brown in it like that. And that's kind of what I look for when I go treasure hunting. I look for the things that you don't really see a lot of, like the shells with the weird colors in them, or bigger shells, or perfect shells, or perfect shark's teeth. I found a lot of shark's teeth, but they were just little slivers, and I usually leave those and let the tourists kind of enjoy finding them and things like that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being a part of my channel. Thank you for joining in on all the adventures. If you liked this video, please make sure you subscribe, comment, let me know who you are, where you're from, and we'll see you